Hey there, this is your pal Pally, and welcome back to Git Er Raid. Ever want to feel like a rat in a big machine, screwing it all up and pissing an engineer off? Then Siegecrafter Blackfuse is the fight for you. So this one is a 2 tank and 2 to 3 heal encounter. If you watch the PTR guide of this fight, there are a few changes or mechanics that I didn't recognize from PTR, so listen up for those, but mainly the fight is similar in execution. It's kinda complex and is sort of akin to Yorsage from Dragon Soul. So why is this fight like Yorsage? Well, you can pick how the fight is going to go and what mechanics you want to deal with every half minute or so. This assembly line over here will bring out 3 different weapons that you can kill off. But once you kill one of the set of 3, all of the rest become immune to damage. Once the remaining weapons reach this machine here, they pop out on the other side of the machine and become active until the next set comes out. So of course, you need to send some people onto the assembly line and kill off at least one weapon. How you get there is by hopping into this pipe, Super Mario style. The conveyor belt here goes faster than your run speed, unless you have a boost in speed. What you need to do here is kill off one of the weapons and then avoid getting hit by these beams. They used to be instant death on PTR, but now on live they are mostly instant death. Seriously, no chance to survive at all. If you can reach the end here, there are a couple of pipes you can go into to return to the main platform. I will note there is no damage happening to you here, so you'll notice I use Aspect of the Cheetah. On 10-man normal, I was able to solo a weapon, but not all classes may be able to do it. It's about a good burst of single target DPS, so you'll see that I use my Bestial Wrath and any other CDs I have up to get the weapon down in time. We would send me solo and then 2 DPS when I wasn't going in. You can't keep sending the same person over and over. You get a debuff that only allows you to go every minute, so that means you can go every other set of weapons. So at least a few people in your raid will need to be well versed in this run. So remember, you kill 1 weapon out of 3 and the other 2 come out. That means you will have to deal with 2 of the weapons being out. So let's just go through all 4 of the weapon types, and you can decide for yourself which one of these you don't want to deal with. The Shockwave missile will have you remembering Ragnaros from Firelands. It basically does this kind of wave-like ground AoE that you just need to avoid. Just stand near the active zone, and then get ready to move in when it disappears, just like on Rag. Laser turrets are pretty simple. They will focus on a person and pursue them for 10 seconds. Any place the laser hits will be superheated and hurt you if you stand in it, obviously. The Electromagic does a bunch of just pulsing AoE damage and pulls Sol Blades from the boss to them. And lastly, the Crawler Mines will fixate on a raid member, and if they reach anyone, they will explode for AoE damage to the raid and knocks everyone up into the air. They are slowable, stunnable, and rootable for 1 minute, and then after that they will gain speed and pursue raid members to the death. It seems most groups didn't like dealing with the missiles on top of everything else, so they disabled them and dealt with the other mechanics. Just find out what works best for your team. We also chose to disable missiles whenever they came out, and if they weren't there, we disabled a laser, although it was rare to not see a missile turret coming out. That's not all that's going on with this fight. There's a whole other fight happening on the main platform with the boss and his shredders. So first off, the boss will launch a saw blade at raid members every now and then. They'll be cleared by the electromagnet, and you just need to avoid them as they hurt pretty bad. As well, you need to make sure none of the adds in this fight, like the shredders or mines, get near the boss, or he'll repair them very quickly. The tanks have an important job to do as well. The boss will hit the tank with electrostatic charge, which does some nature damage, and each stack increases subsequent damage taken from the charges. But more importantly, they let you do a ton of damage to the shredders specifically. The shredders that come out must be tanked, of course, but they have a buff on them that makes them take 90% less damage. So the tanks need to get a few stacks of the electrostatic charge and then beat on these shredders. In addition, you can also have the shredders be damaged by saw blades and the superheated ground from the lasers. So go ahead and drag them into anything you can, but always make sure that they are away from the boss or else they will get healed. The tanks I was running with seemed to say 2 to 3 stacks would help kill the shredders off in time for the next one to come out and tank swap. The shredders do a few things themselves, such as casting Overload and Death from Above. Overload is just a big AoE that hurts the whole raid and increases their damage done. Death from Above is where they jump in the air and slam down into the ground. Just don't stand underneath them and you are fine. After they do this last move, they'll be stunned and take additional damage on the order of 300%. So yeah, there's a metric crap ton of stuff going on in this fight, and lots to learn. Tanks have to work out killing off the shredders and not standing in crap while tanking the boss. The DPS need to get good at running the assembly line and avoiding all the other mechanics. In particular, the crawler mines need to be slowed and beat down so that you can explode them when the healers are ready for them. And of course, healers need to be healing their asses off for quite a while. I've mainly touched on all of the strategy points in the fight. We popped Lust on the pull to allow for a good burn before the fight got messy, and then from there just rotated people into the assembly line to kill the right weapons. When you are on the platform, mines are high priority, and then killing the boss. Tanks will need to beat their shredder down and drag it into stuff to get that done, but that never did seem to be an issue for our raid group on this kill. Don't get hit with lasers, and if you bring missiles out, do the Ragnaros dance, and don't get killed. One last note, and this is something I didn't notice during PTR, but was hit with on live due to the other assembly team dying. If you don't kill any weapons at all, the boss will gain a shield that reduces its damage taken by 90% for about 15 seconds. So even if you can handle all the other mechanics of the weapons, and don't care to kill any off, you still need to get on the assembly line and kill something, or else you'll be prevented from doing DPS for quite a while. So, lots and lots of stuff going on here. Just try to focus on your job in this fight, and it'll go down. Tanks handle shredders, DPS run the gauntlet, and everyone avoid all of the crap everywhere. Thanks for watching, and please comment, like, and or subscribe to the video if you found it helpful, and have a good one.